All right, thank you very much. A former Springfield city councilman was arrested, according to our partners at the Springfield News Leader, but the Greene County Sheriff's Office says it was a mistake and is using the incident as a training opportunity.
Nick Ibarra was pulled over last weekend for speeding, and he told officers he had a personal handgun with him. The officer looked up Ibarra's name, which said he had a felony stemming from a road rage incident and domestic disturbance 6 years ago. That event led to Ibarra's resignation. However, the former councilman was given a suspended imposition of sentence, which means that conviction was taken off his record after he completed probation.
But Ibarra was still taken to jail, where he sat for 3 hours trying to clear up the confusion going on with the deputies there.
Sheriff Jim Arnott says the department's computer system showed Ibarra had a conviction, and officers thought that was enough for arrest. Eventually, Ibarra was let go after he was determined not to be a felon.
Ibarra says the situation has been difficult, but points out the deputy involved was respectful and professional. Since leaving council, he now works for a law firm and started his own personal training business.
New information this morning. Springfield police are investigating after neighbors report a house being shot at overnight. Officers responded to the 1900 block of North Prairie Avenue just before 2 a.m. After investigating, 3 shell casings were found. Officers then found 4 bullet holes in a home. Police were able to make contact with the residents there in the home who were not aware their house had been shot. There are currently no suspects.
Springfield fire crews were also battling a house fire early this morning in the 1800 block of North Hilton. The call came in around 3 o'clock this morning. The first home was fully engulfed when the fire department arrived. They noticed the fire started to spread to another home, though, so they made sure everyone was out and worked to save that structure. There were a few people home at the time of the initial fire, but everyone made it out without injuries. In fact, though, 20 firefighters responded to this scene. The cause of this is still under investigation. On
to some education coverage this morning. A lawsuit alleges a Willard Middle School student was sexually assaulted by classmates on a bus, and the school district did not report the incident properly to authorities. The alleged assault happened 2 years ago, claiming 5 Willard school employees knew about the incident and did not call a hotline to Missouri's Children's Division. According to our partners at the Springfield News Leader, the suit says the district failed to supervise students at a school event and did not safeguard the boy from bullying after he came forward. The boy's family is seeking money to pay for counseling and other damages.
Moving on now to more local news. As we get closer to Labor Day weekend, one thing we can expect: more people on the roads, of course. And we're spotlighting one tool Missouri Highway Patrol troopers will be using.
A tool like this can bring a resolution to a problem in a matter of seconds, whereas 10 years ago it would have taken 2 or 3 hours and several trips to get actual fingerprints.
That was Sergeant Tom Hall with the Highway Patrol speaking. Missouri troopers have been using the mobile fingerprint technology he described since 2011. It helps them identify people quickly right at a scene. Sergeant Jason Pace explained how this is helpful, and it was an instance when someone they pulled over gave them a fraudulent ID.
From that point, the officer asked the driver to produce a fingerprint on a scanner such as this, and within 10 seconds it not only displayed the identity of that individual, but also discovered that this individual had a 4-year active warrant for rape.
Troopers don't use the fingerprint scanners on everyone they pull over. However, they can be useful when someone is not cooperating or when authorities need to identify someone who has been in a crash.
A blood pressure medication has been recalled due to a mix-up with another blood pressure pill. According to Accord Healthcare recalled all of its hydrochlorothiazide tablets after a 100 count of spironolactone was found on one of its bottles. The company voluntarily recalled all of those products, and the FDA says the risk lies in potentially dangerous increases of potassium levels. Accord is asking all pharmacies and patients to check their supply of the product. Rex Phipps with Midtown Pharmacy says potassium increases can be risky.
Milder things like an effect on your muscles, weakness, tiredness, that sort of thing. But the main thing they would be worried about with getting your potassium levels really off, whether it be high or low, is your heart. Being a muscle is something going on involving your heartbeat and that sort of thing.
There have been no reports of sickness yet, but all patients are being asked to double check those prescriptions.
And in a local spotlight this morning, Community Partnership of the Ozarks is hosting a free event tonight raising mental health awareness. Kevin Hines will be the keynote speaker for Hope Hurts Less. He is a suicide survivor and one of just 36 individuals alive today after trying to end their lives by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. The event will be held at the Springfield Art Museum coming up at 6 p.m. Connor Marler is a junior at Springfield Catholic High School and helped organize this event. He hopes that this outreach spans generations and that maybe one person will find the hope to live another day.
This has been something that people try not to talk about just because the taboo and touchiness of the subject, but it's pretty interwoven with the teenage life now with anxiety and depression and family struggles.
And again, that is held at the Springfield Art Museum tonight at 6 p.m.